Hey everybody, Dr. Swanson here. Just wanted to pass on a little note about team-based work in COMM 362 because I just want to make sure that we're all clear on this, we're all on the same page. What prompted this is I had a student come to me the other day who had taken the class the last semester that I taught it, and she came to me and she said, I really wish you had done some kind of team evaluation because the whole semester long we had somebody who never pulled his weight and he never contributed to team projects, and the other three of us were doing all his work for him. And I went, really? You're telling me this now? I allowed him to pass the class? Why didn't you tell me this before? So, too late to deal with him, but it is not too late to address the issue this semester. So let's be clear on this. We're in team projects here because that is, or we're in team assignments here to do work in this class because that is the reality of the public relations workplace. In the PR workplace, more often than not, you will work in teams. This is an online class, so you are not required to meet physically. Is it a challenge to work with a team? Yes, it is. Is it your responsibility to overcome that challenge? Yes, it is. Do you have tools available at your disposal, including Google Drive? Yes, you do. So my position on this is make it work. If you have somebody who does not contribute to an assignment, that person's name does not go on the assignment. That person earns a 0. Period. It is my strong recommendation that you do not divide up the assignments in a different way where you say, okay, this week I'm going to work on the assignment and the rest of you on the team don't have to do anything. And then next week when there's another team assignment, you will do it and the rest of us don't have to do anything. That's not an appropriate way to move forward because what will happen is the assignments that come to me as team assignments will look radically different. The style of writing, the format, all that. I'll get this week's assignment and go, that's interesting. And then I go next week's assignment and go, this doesn't look at all like the last one I got. And so that's going to be a counterproductive strategy if you do it that way because eventually I'm going to go, nope, sorry, can't give this a high grade because, there are parts of this missing and it just doesn't look consistent. This doesn't look at all like last week's teamwork. And also it defeats the purpose of team-based work. The biggest purpose of team-based work is to get additional sets of eyes on what has been done so that somebody will catch mistakes or errors or omissions or whatever. Somebody will catch it. And when teams, as I suspect they have in the past, divide it up so that only one person does the team assignment for this week, those mistakes don't get caught and the grades are consistently lower than they otherwise would be. And then when that happens, the team members get pissed off at the person who did the assignment, and then there's all this going on behind the scenes. So you want to avoid that. I want to avoid that. I want us to work together productively and collegially. So my recommendation is have very excellent communication with your team outside of this class, not through text, because generally speaking that doesn't work. Let's do it through Google Drive. Let's do it through email, phone calls, whatever. Have good communication with your team about the assignments and the discussion questions. And then each week, come up with a strategy for putting that stuff together so that everybody lays eyes on it. It's okay to have one person take the lead, but everybody else has got to put eyes on this thing and make input to it so that it truly is a team effort. Because if you don't, things are not going to work out well. And again, if you've got somebody on the team that is not pulling their weight, their name does not go on the assignment, and the grade they will get is 0. And if there's any questions or issues about that, you can communicate with me on it. I've dealt with these kinds of things before, and I really don't like to have to deal with them. So my strong recommendation is work out the communication on your end so that these issues don't have to come to me. This is so important because after you get out of this class, if you earn the C that you need to get out of this class, C or better, and most people earn a C or better, by the way, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, you're going to go on to your capstone course, and that will be an in-person team-based course where there's going to be extensive team involvement and everybody's going to have to pull their weight. So you really need to practice working on those things now. Is Is teamwork everybody's favorite work to do? Of course it isn't, but it's the reality. It's the reality. And in the capstone class, it's going to be a big, significant reality for you. So that's my line of thinking on team-based work. I hope you'll approach it that same way, and try real hard not to take any shortcuts, because shortcuts always end up, in the end, biting you in the butt. It's just inevitable. And I'm a veteran of taking some shortcuts in the past myself, and they come back and bite you in the butt. It's just the way it goes. All right, if you got any questions, let me know. I look forward to reviewing your work, your latest work, and getting back to you soon. Thank you.